Hey guys, hope you are all doing great. Welcome back to Aryan's Karate YouTube channel. So today, before I will be telling my topic, I will tell you a startling fact on karate. Did you all know that in Okinawa they focus mainly on the vital strike points or jabs in karate, which includes dangerous combination of techniques rather than just sports karate. So today my topic is going to be Oyo. Apply it. So I'm going to teach you guys and help you understand the importance of Kata to Oyo through Oyo, which means apply it. O by O, Oyo. So how do we apply Kata and its usefulness? So basically, as you all know, karate, the bending and stretching of arms helps improve the elbow muscles in karate, as well as karateka's evolution is through through their performance and understanding of karate do through kata. So that's how we come to know how a karateka is benefits from karate and is able to understand the meaning and essence of true meaning and essence of karate do mainly through kata. So I'm going to be demonstrating a kata as well as through the kata I will teach you how Oyo is important and useful. Oyo. First, begin in your natural position of self-defense, which means not a boxing guard, not a crane kick, not a crane kick. Just begin however natural position of self-defense you are, such as when an attacker comes to strike you from the front, back, side, as well as left, right, etc. So now begin in a natural position of self-defense. I will show you the movement through my kata. Pose. Sipai. So first I begin in my natural position of self-defense. Now an attacker is coming to attack me through Judanzuki, which means middle punch. So what do I do is I grab that attacker's hand and then I break it as a mark of self-defense. So, which means it is Kata first teaches us defense and then offense, and then now when now you know your movements, but you don't know your attacker's movements, which means we know the kata and we are able to grasp the concept and understand how to perform the kata, but we don't know where the opponent attacker can attack us. See, attacker doesn't have to necessarily mean one-on-one attacker comes to attack us. So we need to know how to defend as well as offend against the attacker. An attacker can either attack us from the front, back, side, left, right, etc. We don't know where the attacker will attack us. So then now, when another attacker comes to grab my hand, I catch it, release it, and then release. When the attacker comes to catch my hands, I twist his hands and then release it in order to self-defend myself and in order to help save myself. So which means karate saves my life. Now another attacker comes to attack me. This is called self-awareness. I immediately attack on the karateka's solar flex, attacker's solar flex. Now an attacker comes to knee gire. I block that front kick. So as of now, what I have explained is begin in your natural position of self-defense, and then you know your movements, but you don't know your attacker's movements. Your opponent must be able to react to your techniques. Which means what I'm telling is your opponent must be able to understand your psychology as well as be able to react to your technique psychologically. Which means as a karateka, we need to be aware of how the attackers coming us and what they will come to do. We need to be alert and perform some movements fast, not only slow. Otherwise, we will get attacked. So this is called you know your movements, but you don't know attacker's movements. See now after releasing my attacker's hand. An attacker immediately comes to attack it. If I attack slow, I will be gone or unconscious. So I need to perform this movement fast. Please observe carefully. Now the attacker is coming me. I immediately strike on the attacker's solar flex. Then another attacker comes to attack me using Meigre. I immediately be alert. Do Kukutsudachi Shota Yoke. Grab this leg, release it, and then attack using Inshuto on the attacker's neck. Not Inshuto, I attack with the attacker using Chickle on the attacker's neck. Then I use Meigre, front kick, grab the attacker's hand, and then do Rakan on the attacker's face. So this is called reacting. So this is called the psychological reactions to your opponent. Your opponent must be able to respond to your techniques effectively as well as efficiently. Now, as of now, I explained three concepts. Beginning in natural position of self-defense, you know your movements, but you don't know your attacker's movements. As well as your opponent must be able to react to your techniques. Now what I'll be explaining is it's a fourth concept. But your opponent is in Bruce Lee. I know Bruce Lee has published his martial arts cinema throughout his world, as well as he has helped to propagate and popularize martial arts not only through movies, through philosophy called Jeet Kunedo. I know he does about 60 push-ups in a day, 1 finger push-ups, 2 finger push-ups, 4 finger push-ups, etc. And he has a very unique diet which we are aware of, but we are unable to follow. He was a superhuman. I know all of us can't be like that. So our attack is not like Bruce Lee, which means that we can be able to predict our attacker's moves, as well as we can be able, even though we are not able to have an equal one-on-one match or gain the upper hand against the attacker, we can at least be able to defend ourselves. I'll teach this technique now to the next step. So now from behind, when another attacker comes to attack me, I'm able to predict this move. They are doing Meigre, front kick. So I do Nekwachi Dachi Kedan Bara Yuke. Nekwachi Dachi Kedan Bara Yuke, which means lower block. When they do Judan Zuki, I do Uchi Uke. Inner middle block. I grab his hand, then hand break it. So this is what the essence is. Your opponent is in Bruce Lee, which means we can be able to predict their moves and then defend as well as defend ourselves, as well as be able to offend. Now Kata have no hidden techniques, which means it depends upon the environmental factors, such as you can see here. Now the environment looks sunny, as well as it can depend on how the climate is, whether it's a rainy season, how well we are performing the kata. Sometimes environment also influences how we perform our kata. Fighting spirit. Fighting spirit is the way we showcase ourselves, which includes good form, good sporting attitude, vigorous application, awareness, such as how we react when an attacker comes to attack us. Then good timing, good timing. As well the good timing. So, which means how do we showcase our time when an attacker comes to attack us? I'll be demonstrating those moves. Now, as you see, from behind another attacker comes to from front another attacker comes to do Jodan Morotozuki, double upper punch. So I catch this hand, grab it, and then release it. Now another attacker comes to attack me. So I should be immediately alert and self-aware and push the opponent attacker behind. I should grab them, do Azimanize D, put them on the throw and take down and put them on the ground and do Morotozuki, double hand punch. Now when the attacker comes to attack me from the ground, I need to do Senbutsu Dachi, Kedan Bara Yuke, lower block. The same applies for the next step. So this is what I mean. Kata have no hidden techniques, which means it depends upon the environmental factors, how the climate is, how our opponent is reacting, as well as our fighting spirit. How do we perform? I will perform now the same step again with the fighting my fighting spirit. As I have not been explaining, so couldn't be able to perform with my fighting spirit. Now I will just perform this step with full fighting and vigorous spirit. Yay! Yay! So see, this is what I mean by fighting spirit. How I was performing and how I was demonstrating and showcasing myself. Whether you show yourself in a passive way, aggressive way, or assertive way. So I was showcasing myself with rigorous application and awareness, as well as good spirit of how I was confident, self-aware, as well as courageous. That's what requires a true martial artist to be, as well as good character development. Which means karate comes from within and then only outside, inner strength. Now, active resistance or passive resistance, which means when an attacker comes to attack us, they may not. We don't know. There are all stages. We need to know how to defend ourselves as well as offend, in order to help save ourselves during an emergency time. So this is what karate teaches us. Karate teaches us how to save ourselves. So active resistance to passive resistance. Someone in your dojo or someone whom you want to will be able to use. Someone whom you know to or in your dojo will use passive resistance, ensuring that you don't get hurt, because there is a safe environment which includes tatami. So now I will be demonstrating how passive resistance and active resistance is. See, in this movement, if another attacker comes to attack me using Judanzuki and Jodanzuki, upper punch. So I do Nekwachi Dachi, Uchiuke, use middle block for the Judanzuki middle punch, and I use strike to strike the opponent on their head. The same applies for the next step. I showcase this step in a passive way now. I imagine how an attacker comes to attack me from the dojo and you are using it in a more passive way. So see, this is called the passive way, because they are your teammates, you know them well, and then to ensure that there is a fair tournament and you don't want them to get hurt. But in the real world, you need to be able to survive during an emergency situation. That's what karate is about. So now I will be performing it in an active resistance. So this is what is called active resistance. How do we be alert when an attacker comes to attack us from the outside world? So we need to be able to defend ourselves. So that's all for today. I will complete the next 4 steps by explaining how this works, and it's a summary of Oyo-Applied. Now when an attacker comes to attack me from the left using Judanzuki, I use Kaki Uke. As well as I use Kokutsudachi Uragan, break their nose. Then when they do Judanzuki again in the middle punch, I do Sanchindachi Uchiuke in the middle block. I do front kick, Sikodachi half zuki, half punch. The same applies for the next step. Now when another attacker comes to attack using Moroto Zuki, double hand punch, I catch their hand, grab it and break it. And and that's all for today. Os. So guys, I hope you all understood today's concept, and I hope it was fun. And please do like, subscribe, and share your feedback in my channel of my strengths, weaknesses, and how and the areas of improvement, how I can improve myself. Please do like please do like and subscribe to my channel. So I would like to end with my quote telling, experience the joy of learning. Always be yourself, have faith in yourself, and express yourself. Thank you and have a great day.